Yo, Novatos, thanks again for tuning in to yet another video. Infamous, coming at you from the same old place as always, the Dirty West, California, that's right. Let's go ahead and get on the topic of the video. A growing trend that I've been seeing in the Facebook group. A lot of people have been trading in their lowriders for touring models.
Bye, Felicia.
Y'all stingy.
And I guess I just wanted to kind of input my own 2 cents and, I don't know, probably save you guys $1 or $2. Having to do this, it's not going to be cheap. It's going to cost you a lot of money, and I'm going to tell you guys why. But anyways, yeah, just hit the like button on the video, please. If you guys want to do me a solid and help me out a little bit, just like the video. And looks like we're running low on fuel. I have the gas light on, but I don't know. I mean, this is weird. I don't know if you guys noticed this. I've tried calculating my miles per gallon, and whenever I run it down to remaining miles 0, well, you know what? I don't run it all the way down to 0, mainly because my dad would always tell me, hey, don't let your vehicle run dry, because you are going to burn out your pump, the fuel pump. So I don't know if that's true. I don't know if you guys know, or maybe you guys can share, but my dad has always told me, hey, don't let your vehicle run empty. It's going to burn out your pump. So whenever I see it down to maybe 5 miles left remaining, I put gas in it, I fuel it up, and it's only like 3.5 gallons, or it's like, yeah, I think it's like 3.5 gallons. So I don't know if the meter or whatever is just off by that much. I mean, it's 1.5 gallons. Enough rambling. Anyways, yes, let's talk about a growing trend that I've been seeing. A few content creators also have been doing this. They've been trading in their Lowrider S for a touring model, street glide, notably a road glide. And they're beautiful bikes. I mean, they're great looking bikes, but they are going to cost you a pretty penny. And when you're doing something like this, I would always say, you know what you're going to get into. Know what you want, what you're going to get out of your bike. Maybe you're starting out, and I mean, usually I guess you kind of stick to city riding, and after I guess you get comfortable with the bike, then you start doing more highway riding, and maybe that's the reason why some of these folks are trading in their lowriders for a touring bike, a touring model, a bagger. But I mean, it's not going to be cheap doing something like this. I'm just saying, hey, just know what you're going to get and save yourself some money, because I'm going to tell you guys, you might be losing out about $5,000 when you're doing this. And the reason why is because of what your bike's valued at, how much you're going to get the other bike for, a touring model, how much you're going to get that for, how much you're going to get that for, and overall how much you still owe on the bike. So for myself, if I were to look at trading in my lowrider, I'd probably get somewhere around 14 to 15K for the bike, because I mean, it is what it is. If you're trading it in, you're better off doing a private sale. But I mean, there's not a lot of folks that have that kind of cash on hand. So then, but you know what, it is possible. So if you want to try it out, that's not the topic of this video, but if you want to try it out, get as much as you can for your bike, you could do that. You can save yourself a lot of money. So then anyways, getting back onto my bike, I got this bike for 21K out the door, and I did put some down payment, but let's just say you put 0 down, or maybe you put 2,000 down. So then your loan is about 19,000. If I didn't put nothing down, then my loan is 21,000. You know what it is. So 21,000, 1 year of payments at $200 and something. You know what? I can't calculate all that stuff off the top of my head, but let's just say I still owe somewhere, if I didn't put anything down, I still owe about 20K. Let's just throw out a random number out there. So if I still owe 20,000 on the bike, on my loan, and I'm doing a trade-in, and the bike's valued at 14,000, that means there's $6,000 still left on the table. There's $6,000 that I still owe, because the dealership's only giving me 14. My loan amount is 20 after a year of payments. So you guys see what I'm, or where we're going to, or where we're heading at. So there's still $6,000 on the table, plus your road glide, depending on how much you get that bike for. So whatever you get that bike for, road glide, maybe, you know, $28,000. Now you have to add those $6,000 that are still unaccountable, or that are still being paid, or you know what, that are still owed. Sorry, I just got off 10 hours of work, like always, just exhausted, and my brain just doesn't work too well after after working so many hours. I've been up since 5, and it's now almost 6. Anyways, where was I? Yes, yeah. I mean, if you get the road glide, your towing bike, and it's a brand new one, you might get it for, I guess. I mean, it just depends on where you live. Here in California, we just pay a lot more for these machines, and you might get one for 28K if you're lucky. Maybe if you're lucky, and if you can negotiate, maybe you could negotiate the price of your lowrider. I mean, it's just, these numbers are just going to depend, but those $6,000, they're going to roll over onto your new loan. So I mean, this money does not get forgiven, guys. All right. So I mean, but I guess what I'm just trying to say is know what you're going to get yourself into, and oh man, somebody. All right, let me just pull in and fill up, and then I'll be back with you guys shortly.
A few moments later.
All right, so I just filled up once again, remaining about 30 miles left in my tank, and I filled it up with 3 gallons, $15 and change. So that was 3 gallons. How is it that my fuel system is calculating 40 miles or 30 miles with 2 gallons left? So it's not 100% accurate. Anyways, getting back on topic. Yeah, so I mean, let's just talk about it. Let's just kind of say, why would somebody trade in their bike? A lot of people, they say, you know what, I really like my lowrider, I really like it, but like I said, maybe it's that. Maybe your riding style changed. Maybe you have to commute a little bit more, and you have to maybe you need a little bit more luggage, or maybe just one more comfort. I remember riding out on 5 and being on a Sportster, and that it's crazy. Being out there, flatlands, a lot of winds, high winds. Man, yes, it is scary being on a lighter bike. So maybe that's what that is. But I mean, there's things you could do to your bike, kind of like what I did to mine. I put saddlebags. I put these foot pegs on there, a little bit wider surface area, gives me a little bit more comfort, and I also have the fairing. But my riding style hasn't changed. It's typically city riding, as you guys seen a lot of my videos, and with minimal highway riding and freeway riding, minimal. I don't normally record in those situations because it's just the sound, the wind, and I mean the audio is just not there. I believe it just kind of lowers the quality of the audio when I'm on the freeway. I believe Two Guns Tony, he mentioned that he wanted to I guess he was thinking about converting his lowrider to a touring model, or light touring, kind of like mine. But I do remember he had saddlebags and a fairing. I guess he just wanted a little bit more, and I mean, there is some benefits. I just like a lighter bike. I like the mid controls. Maybe he was just going for just something else. Like I said, there's just a growing trend in the Facebook group where people just trade in their lowriders, and they get themselves a touring model, and they're great bikes. I mean, yeah, they're absolutely great bikes. I'm actually thinking about getting a FXR fairing for I mean, mainly for style, but not for my type of riding. But you know, it's just that. I just kind of, you know, I make these videos where I try to save you guys $1 or $2, and maybe you're on the fence, or maybe something along the lines where you don't know how you're going to be riding or anything like that. There are a few things that I would probably suggest doing to your touring model to kind of give it more of a city type of feel, but that should probably be for a different video. I don't know, maybe you guys can share your own thoughts, your own comments. I know some of you guys have touring bikes. Just share your own 2 cents in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys, the reason why you guys, or maybe you guys did trade up to a touring bike. You guys just want to go ahead and put your own thoughts and your own comments down below. Yeah, just share your own thoughts, share your own experiences if you guys can. Maybe there's somebody out there just kind of wondering about it, but as far as I see it, man, it's just a lot of money. It's just a lot of money kind of being wasted. I mean, you're throwing away all this money. Like I said, I mean, it just depends on whatever you got and what you're getting for the bike. You know what? I'm repeating myself again. It's just in my point of view, it is a lot of money down the drain. But you know what? If you're not happy with the bike, and like I said, your riding has changed, and it just doesn't fit you anymore, then you know what? Then it's worth the money to get another bike, I guess. But as far as I see it, the way I have my setup, you guys could do something similar just like that. You know what? I'm not gonna repeat myself anymore. That's the 3rd time I said it. You guys just stay out there, stay safe. Don't believe everything you read. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.